Hello. So this is on how availability bias is influencing spending behavior during the COVID-19 pandemic. COVID-19 has referred to as the novel coronavirus has spread globally in the last few months. It has already affected hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. People are scared, and has led many people to take extreme measures to buy mass amounts of supplies, from toilet paper to hand sanitizer. The prices of these items have also soared online, leading many governments to step in to limit price gouging. At this point, you are probably at least a bit worried and wondering what or if you should also be going out and buying these supplies. So, what is happening and why? First, let's briefly review what has been happening with the panic buying over the last few weeks and some of the reasons why it is happening. The World Health Organization has officially recommended that people avoid large gatherings. The US government provides guidelines for slowing the spread, and the European Union is officially advising social distancing. China famously shut down multiple cities and kept millions of people under lockdown, and many more countries are beginning to follow. France and Italy now require official forms for people to even leave their homes. With so many closures and limits to even going outside, many people have begun to panic and stockpile supplies. People first focused on medical supplies such as face masks and then moved on to household items like toilet paper, cleaning products, and food. As the pandemic spreads, people are starting to buy mass amounts of supplies and are willing to pay just about anything for these items. One reason why people are suddenly buying so many supplies is due to a psychological effect called avalibility bias. Availability bias means that people tend to judge the likelihood of an event based on how easily it comes to mind. So, as more and more news stories come out about supplies running out and store shelves being empty, these situations become top of mind for many people. Over time, people begin to think that of these extreme cases as normal, and so they think that everyone is stockpiling and that all stores are running out of stock. This leads people to panic and makes them willing to spend large amounts of money to stockpile large amounts of supplies. Availability bias and the panic it can cause in extreme situations like this is strong enough. It can provide people's usual financial consideration while shopping. You aren't likely to think about how expensive something is if you think you may not be able to get it when you and your family truly need it. So, how serious is this? So, availability bias makes people think the supply shortage stockpiling situation is more serious than it actually is. But how serious is it really? Well, it is serious. The World Health Organization has declared COVID-19 a pandemic, and it is spreading worldwide. Global trade and supply chains have already been affected and will continue to be affected for the foreseeable future. While it's not clear exactly how long the disruption will last, there will be items that you won't be able to get for the next few months. However, there is no reason to think there will be a mass shortage of essential items such as food, water, for extended periods of time. So what are the official recommendations? With that said, a key question needs to be answered. Should you be stockpiling supplies? While there is no official recommendation from the World Health Organization as of reading this, the American CDC recommends that you have access to a 2-week supply of essential items, such as medicine and food, and the Red Cross also recommends having extra medicines on hand. So based on these guidelines, you should have a good supply of essential items, but you don't need multiple months worth. So there are some key tips. Lastly, you may be wondering if there are any specific steps you can take to help with your shopping over the next few months. There are several tips you can follow. 1, have a 2-week supply of anything you may need, especially important medicine. 2, try to have most or all of your household supplies delivered to you directly. Many grocery stores around the world now, like Costco, Tesco, and Big Basket, have these options. If you cannot have certain supplies delivered, or if the delivery fees are too high for your situation, see if the store near you will allow you to buy online and pick up your order at the store. The main goal of these steps is to make sure you don't run out of supplies, while trying to also limit the financial outlay that these supplies require of you. So stay updated. The situation is changing every day, and it can be hard to know exactly what you should be doing. You can keep up to date by checking the World Health Organization's website for global updates. For now, the main tone of the official guidance is to have enough supplies to stay at home for extended periods of time, but there is no need to panic and buy months worth of supplies or to spend more than you are financially able to buy items that you really need. Um, so that's all I've got for this one. Thank you.